going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go. But clearly, we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
This effort. And China has big plans for this. They intend to seed their digital yuan into the global environment by giving it away to visitors at next winter's Olympics. When they arrive at the airport, they're going to get yuan digital wallets. They're going to receive digital yuan. They're going to use it throughout their visits to Beijing, and then they're going to take it back to their home countries. They see this as a huge advantage. Why? Because who controls the underlying protocols, who controls the underlying standards of the future of money will control the future of money.
Welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, please like and subscribe if you do like what you're listening to. Inform your friends and family and spread all over social media. It is imperative that we get back to learning finances and understand how the world really works, because once we understand how the world really works, we understand that it is all planned out. Now, I want to thank those who purchased the books Cryptoteacher and the New World Order book. The New World Order book is going to show you how the world really works. And it's definitely time for you to wake up out of that sleep, especially in the times that we're in right now. I told you at the beginning of the year, in the first quarter of 2022, we was going to have an event that was going to bring us down. And then also in the fourth quarter, we would have an event that would bring us down. That's exactly what happened. And now I'm going to tell you, in the first quarter, we're going to have an event that's going to bring us down in 2023. And then also in the fourth quarter of 2023, we're going to have another main event. Now, of course, guys, the markets are still going to be pumping and dumping until they get ready to pull the full rug. But I'll let you know when that's about to happen. Now, also, I want to thank those who purchased the 3 kids books. It's time to get re-educated. And also, much love to those who donate to the Cash Shop and Patreon. And in my Patreon, I keep you up to date with the New World Order events. Also, I give you the New World Order cryptos in the Patreon. Of course, you have to do your own research. But this next bull run is going to be a utility run. So you want to make sure that you have the cryptos that have utility. And much love to those who are shopping at both stores. Keep it coming. And of course, guys, we get into Bitcoin and cryptos first.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.
And we had Bitcoin and cryptos pull back. As I'm doing this video, we are moving up. But like I stated, guys, because of the holidays, we should get liquidity in, because the stock market is going to be closed, but we know cryptos is 24/7. Now, make sure you're paying attention to the actual indicators. We have yield rate. Again, the front end is rising, the back end they're pushing down. We see the manipulation, and also, guys, we see the inverted yield curve. We know the crash is coming. It's just putting the timing on it. And then, of course, guys, we have volume, Tether, USDC. Now, we have Cardano-based decentralized stablecoin DJET will hit the market in January. And then, of course, guys, we have the Fed. Repo is still over $2 trillion, and we see they're going to be gearing up the distractions. With this FTX collapse, guys, they're going to ride it, and then we know the Republicans take over the House, and that's when they start the Hegelian dialectic. Remember, they must distract the masses, so therefore they can build the 4th Industrial Revolution, where the robots, algorithms, and drones take over the economy, pay each other with crypto, and the sheep go inside the metaverse. And we know the Fed is going to be raising rates again on the 14th, so they're trying to price it in. But then also, guys, we know the first quarter of every year, the stock market and cryptos crash. And we know these corporations now have to pay a 15% tax. And that's the reason why they've been laying off now, and we know they're going to be laying off a lot more next year. And these corporations are going to be making the same excuse. The consumer is not spending as much. But in most sectors of the economy, it has been monopolized. So you only have 2 or 3 corporations that are running everything. And when we look at Bitcoin and crypto, we saw the big banks and corporations funding these smaller private companies. And now that the Fed is shrinking liquidity, these private companies are going to fall in the hands of the big banks and big corporations. And that's the reason why finally they're talking about regulation, because now they're ready to bring forward their stable coins, their CBDCs, which are illegal. So they're going to push their legislation on top of the current system, and the masses will never know the difference. And we see the media is constantly scaring the older generation. The retail investor should stay away from crypto. That's all we've heard during this FTX situation. But the best way to clear it up is to let them know the people that you're explaining crypto to. They're not trying to ban crypto. They're trying to regulate crypto. And how do you regulate crypto? By taking it over. The same way if we look at the lottery, we look at anything that the government has taken over, that's what they did. They push regulation. And the same thing with the Federal Reserve. Guys, remember the Federal Reserve came about in the 1907 bank runs. So we know they caused a problem. Wait for the reaction and run in with the solution. Now, guys, we have Grayscale at $13.8 billion. And we have Kathy Woods from ARK Invest buys more GBTC. Also, the CEO of Grayscale says if Genesis Company files bankrupt, creditors will not have a claim on GBTC assets. And guys, we know this all goes back to Digital Currency Group. They have plenty of money. There's no reason for them to file bankrupt in the first place. And I put the connections inside of my Patreon. Now, getting over into a little crypto news. We have Bitpanda secures German crypto license. And we know Germany is definitely also leading in the 4th Industrial Revolution. And we have the Reserve Bank of India to launch a retail CBDC pilot in December. And we know the BRICS nations are leading us in this digital transformation. And we know this was all done on purpose. We gave all this technology over to China. We brought the Japan leaders to California and laid out the 4th Industrial Revolution. Make sure you go watch my Society 5.0 videos. And lastly, guys, we have U.S. senators urge Fidelity to reconsider its Bitcoin offering after FTX blew up. And does Bitcoin have anything to do with FTX? No, it does not. We know FTX was the exchange, but these underlying crypto assets have nothing to do with it. The fact is that the real use cases are showing up for cryptocurrencies. And we know DeFi is definitely the new banking. And we know crypto means hidden message, hidden meaning. And that means that these Bitcoin and cryptos are for the robots, algorithms, and drones. The 4th Industrial Revolution would never work with fiat currencies. The machines have to have internet money, cyber money. And then, guys, we have the U.S. Senate Committee schedules FTX hearing for December 1st. And the CFTC head to testify. And like I stated, the NWO is going to crank this movie up. So therefore, they can distract the masses. Get your popcorn, sit back, and let this play out. Because remember, your life is an illusion, and TV is your reality. And remember the crypto teacher told you, because he knows. When it comes to the New World Order, it's all planned out. But guys, all I have for you, don't forget about the books, Crypto Teacher and the New World Order book, plus the 3 kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, new to cryptos, Coinbase, Bitrue, Binance, and not forget book links and crypto links are in the description. The Stock Channel. Don't forget to like, subscribe, spread it everywhere. You have your Kobo, your chip stocks, your banking, your gaming. While everybody's sitting at home, get home stocks, the Seaware, the biotech stocks. And while everybody's at home wishing they were still getting that free money, what are they doing? drinking and smoking weed. Don't forget about those stocks, and you have a wonderful day. The most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, you know I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids books. You know I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate, not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save New York from COVID-33. Part 3. King Joshua and Grandma Tam goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.